So as a chiropractor, I've really gotten focused on just the individual health. The whole mission behind what we do here at the office is, or my mission is, I want to take people and give them the ability to have the best function in their life as much as possible so that they can have the best longevity, best quality of life, best health that they can possibly acquire, that what they've lost maybe along the way in normal instances like injuries or poor choices of eating, toxicity, poor sleep, just in what we call the 6 essentials of optimal living. So it's just about teaching and teaching and teaching and leading our patients into what's a better, healthier choice, better health environment for them and their family. I go further into more of a, I'm doing this because I want to teach these adults, these parents, to leave a legacy for their kids as well, to teach them as they're growing up on the best lifestyles and what to avoid and what choices to be making throughout this life and the consequences or rewards. So I think that's the biggest, most important thing that I want to get through to each one of my patients that walks in the door is I'm already looking at you at 90 to 100 years old on the cruise ship and your kids having kids that are healthy and switching and changing this dynamic of how our healthcare system is failing us. I mean, I don't even want to call it the healthcare system. It's a disease management system in the medical system, and it's a broken system. And we can't change the system, we can only change how we respond to that. Chiropractic care is most effective in a preventative way, which is what I live. I live in the prevention world, not the reactive world. Then we would see a huge decline in the amount of medications that people are taking, the amount of hospital visits. And actually, it's a proven fact. There's a study out there that studied 311 maintenance people. So 311 maintenance chiropractic care people that were coming in once a month for maintenance, and the percentages of people that were not taking prescription medications, there was like an 89% decrease in prescription medication use, an 82% decrease in hospital visits, and just amazing statistics for that. And what they found in the end was 98% of them said that it was because of the chiropractic care, the maintenance chiropractic care, that they were a healthier individual. We're a culture of easy, of fast, of I want what I want and I want it now. And it's just, I think medicine has a huge part in that, how it's just told us here, don't worry about the exercise, don't worry about doing what it takes to actually get fixed, to fix yourself, to let your body express its 100% potential. Here's something that you can take that will make it easier for you. And so I think when people come in, even chiropractic, I'm gonna pick on my profession a little bit because I think there's some things that could be better, even though I think it's the best profession on the planet. There's a lot of chiropractors out there that are, come on in, let's treat that pain and then call it good. And chiropractic is very effective in treating pain, low back pains and things. I don't do that. I'm so much more of a intricate health care provider. I want to know how the body is deficient. I want to know where it's dysfunctional, so that we can actually fix the problem. And that dysfunction over time, it takes a while, and so it's not a quick fix. So I'd say the biggest roadblock is going to be saying to my patients, hey, this is where we're going. We want to go. I have a vision for you at 90 years old or 100 years old on the cruise ship and not 60 years old in the nursing home. But here's what it's going to take. It's going to take these 6 essential things which are a nerve system that's free and clear of interference, having good sleep habits, making sure you have a positive mindset, or at least a neutral mindset going into life, making sure that we are doing our exercise, eating right, and making sure that we are removing toxins or eliminating the source of the toxins that we might be ingesting. When we take those 6 things, that's a lot of work necessarily. It's a lifestyle change. And when people are so used to in the medical system or the medical modeled system of the, here, take this, hey, do you feel better? Great, come back when it hurts again, or something like that. These quick fixes, these fast reliefs, that's just, it doesn't solve problems. And so when it's not solving problems, then the problem is continuing to stay in there and get worse and worse and worse over time. So yeah, I would say it's just changing that mindset is one of the biggest roadblocks for me. I promote chiropractic on at least a twice a month to once a month basis on a maintenance basis, purely because all the research shows that it is absolutely beneficial in a health and functional way, number one. Number two, we understand the concept of brushing our teeth, okay? If we wait till our teeth hurt before we start brushing them, we know what's happening. Our teeth are rotting. Well, physics comes into play in our bodies. Misalignments are going to happen in our spine, in our pelvis, in our joint complexes, and what that does is that creates a structure that is working against physics now. Physics will never stop, gravity will never stop, and so if we're working against physics, what happens with that is we get breakdown, we get arthritic changes, osteoarthritis mainly is what I'm speaking about. So over time, the problem, the misalignment or that subluxation that exists in the spine will start to create an erosion process or a degenerative process, which may not hurt for years to decades. So with the maintenance, what happens is we help to eliminate or reduce or slow down that arthritic process by many times over. I tell my patients I want them to be coming back, but I have a program to get them to that maintenance. So when I start them out 3 times a week, I don't want to keep them 3 times a week for the rest of their lives, because that's not success to me. That's not a successful model of restoration of structure. That is you're relying on me for your health to be at its optimum. I don't want that. I want to teach my patients to be able to rely on their choices, to be able to do their home care, do their exercise, have this frame that's going to be solid and making sure that it's self-sufficient, if you will. And then you bring me that frame twice a month or once a month, and I get to check it over and find maybe some little spots in here that that happen with life. We slept wrong. We played football. We twisted in a workout, or just life in general happens in these misalignments. These subluxations of the spine happen. If we leave them there for too long, they become a pattern. They start working against physics. So if I can, in a month's time, find those areas of dysfunction before it finds you, isn't that a better place? That's called prevention. So the argument is, once you go to a chiropractor, you always have to go. No, you don't. It's a choice. And I choose for myself. I'm going to get adjusted for the rest of my life. I get adjusted once a week just to stay on top because of the physicality of what I do at the office, 5 days a week that I'm working out hard. So that's a choice that I have, that I've made to make sure that I'm at my best. And the converse of that. So my argument is, okay, so if we let our bodies start to fail, if we let our bodies get dysfunctional with heart disease, let's say, I guess once you do that, then once you take a heart medication, you're always going to have to be on it for the rest of your life. Is that healthy for you, or is it just a measure to cover up the problem that already exists in there? So I personally don't want to take heart medication for the rest of my life. I'd rather choose to use what God gave me in this amazing system to work beautifully and functionally, not dysfunctionally.